Hi guys, today I have a big ol' high-end haul. This is a mishmash of things that I picked up at different sales, different stores, over the past month to 2 months probably, and I've just kept them all in this little bowl, and I'm sick of looking at it, and I keep forgetting to film it, so I'm going to go ahead and get started, show you everything that I picked up. The first thing is what I'm wearing on my lips today. It is MAC Flat Out Fabulous. This is a retro matte, gorgeous, deep pink lipstick. Like, I think this is one of those lipsticks that if you have like extremely pale ivory skin and freckles and red hair, gorgeous. The deepest of deep skin tones, gorgeous. I'm obsessed with it. I haven't stopped wearing it. Wear it to breakfast, I wear it to lunch, I wear it to dinner, I wear it to parties, I wear it to work. Obsessed. And it's a retro matte finish, so you can see it is quite matte on my lips, but it still has a little bit of a slip to it. It still feels very comfortable on the lips, and I think that would be good for summer and spring. I just think it's the best lipstick ever, basically, and you need it. Then, the one item I picked up during the Sephora VIB sale, I threw this in Making Up Ashley's cart. It is the Sephora Colorful Eyeliner 24-Hour Waterproof Eyeliner in the shade Pool Party. If you're familiar with Rach Loves, she's Canadian, she's amazing, huge YouTuber, I'm sure you've seen her. She has raved about this a bunch, so I decided to pick it up. I haven't actually worn it on my eyes, but it swatches beautifully, lasts really long, a nice little tip on the end of the brush, and it's just a beautiful, really unique color. And the Sephora line actually has a lot of cool colors in this, and it's really affordable too for Sephora. Then right after Sephora had their VIB sale, which I was like so good and didn't pick anything up, of course Ebates decides to do 16% cash back on your Sephora purchase. If you're not familiar with Ebates, basically they pay you to kind of shop online. I should do a whole video about it, but I'll link to it down below if you're curious. So I had wanted to pick up something good for kind of sun protection because I have a darker skin tone, I have oily skin, so I'm kind of like, I don't need to protect myself from the sun, I'm already darker and I'm not going to get wrinkles because I have oily skin and blah blah blah, but I want to be extra sure that I'm taking good care of my skin. Of course, you can get anything from the sun, from dark spots all the way up to cancer. So I want to protect myself. So I got the Murad Oil Control Mattifier in SPF 15. This I mix in with my moisturizer in the morning because it is very, very thick. It feels like a really thick sunscreen, which is good, but it feels a little bit too thick just to put directly on my skin, so I like to thin it out a little bit with a light moisturizer. I use a Michael Todd one, and I really like it. I can't speak to as if it actually like really mattifies my skin, but I have been liking it a lot. Then I got something else that I've been eyeing forever. It is the Becca, what is this? Shimmering Skin Perfector in Opal. They have like 4 or 5 of these now, and this is, I guess, kind of like the second one in the line in the way of color. Wearing it on my cheeks today. Boom. Look at that. Look at that highlight. It's gorgeous. It's so pretty, so finely milled. If you're only going to own one highlighter, I say get a Becca one because they're kind of known for their highlighters, and it's just so gorgeous. It gives you like that wet look to your skin. And the last item from Sephora I actually didn't buy. My boyfriend purchased it for me. He's from Serbia and went home for about 2 or 3 weeks a little while ago and was like, hey, like, babes, I bought you something at Sephora. And I was like, oh, great. Terrified because I was like, what would he purchase me? Like, he has no idea. Like, he tries to understand makeup and like he watches some of my videos and stuff, but like just doesn't get it, which, I mean, you know, I don't watch science and bodybuilding things like he likes to watch, nor do I care about it, but, you know, whatever. So he actually did a good job. He picked me up the Sephora MicroSmooth Baked Sculpting Trio in Matte Tan. And I say this because for Christmas he got me a men's hoodie by accident. Because he was like, oh, like, it's so cute, and I tried it on. It was really tight on my body, but really big on my arms, and I was like, this doesn't make any sense. Anyways, I looked at the tag. It was a size small, so I was like, bless your heart for getting me a size small when I'm not a size small. But it was for men, so I was like, he's gonna go into Sephora and pick up like the weirdest, most obscure thing. Like, obviously, yeah, it's the thought that counts, but still, like, I'm not gonna be able to return it. There's no Sephora here, blah 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 blah. But he did a great job. These colors are actually really suitable for my skin tone. The blush and the highlight are a little bit softer than the bronzer itself. I used my Sephora F40 brush with it today for the bronzer and the blush. I did have this highlight on, but then I put the Becca one on over it because it's just, you know, look at that. Then the next 2 items I got are from the Canadian shopping channel, which is something I had never purchased from before, but they had this crazy deal where if you were a first-time buyer on their website, you got $50 to spend, essentially. So I picked up these 2 products. The first one is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Undereye Full Coverage Waterproof Concealer with Hydro Collagen Vitamin C and K in the shade Tan. I wish this was a little bit lighter on me. It's not as brightening as I'd want it to be. I have it under my eyes. It is super thick. So if you don't like really, really thick concealers, you're not going to like this. But if you like tons of coverage, you're going to love it. It doesn't feel too thick. You can build it up in light layers, set it with a powder, and I think this is going to become a favorite of mine. Then this next product, I didn't buy it, even though I really wanted it, even though I knew I loved the colors and the pigmentation was good and the reviews were good and the price was good. Why didn't you buy it, Samantha? Because I didn't like the packaging. And I probably have products that I hate the inside and like the outside. Like, I'm shallow when it comes to makeup. The outside packaging, super cute. Look at that. It comes in this crazy box that I tried to put it back in, that it didn't really work. It's like a puzzle, and then it like accordions out. I'm like, oh my god, what a fun product. Wah, wah. Like, look at that. It looks like one of those makeup products you'd get when you're like a little kid. It's the Pure Minerals Soul Mattes palette. I love the shades inside. I love that it's matte. It's a good price. You can get it at Shoppers Drug Mart if you're in Canada and you don't want to order it off the website, if you want to go and touch and feel. Then my friend placed a HauteLook order, and HauteLook shipping to Newfoundland where I am anyways is expensive. It takes forever. She was placing an order for a whole bunch of Balm stuff, so I decided to throw a singular blush in there. The Instain blush in the shade Pinstripe. Obsessed with Instain blushes. They are my favorite blushes in the world. This one is a little bit more fall-y, I guess you could say. It's a little bit deeper. They are so smooth, so long-lasting. They double as eyeshadows fabulously, and they're just amazing. But the saddest news ever. My boyfriend is in Texas now. I'm sorry I'm talking about him so much. But he's in Texas, and the Balm had a 50% off sale, so I ordered all the rest of the Instain blushes because I was like, they're Pokemon, and I basically got to catch them all. And I think the package is lost. So I'm trying to deal with USPS now, and it's a nightmare. If you have any suggestions, let me know down below what to do. Then the last three products I got, or two products, sorry, I got from a website called Beauty Bay. If you're not familiar with it, it's a good website. Sometimes the shipping can be a little bit odd, but like the Brow Wiz is cheaper on that website than it is on Sephora. They ship free to Canada. They have Mario Badescu if you're interested in that, because I know they are kind of hard to get your hands on in Canada. So I picked up the Anastasia brow powder. This one is in, what is it in? Dark brown, and it's great. Two duo kind of colors. One is light brown, one is dark brown. Great deal, because a Brow Wiz is like 20 bucks and it'll last you, I don't know, how long does a Brow Wiz last? A month? 2 months? This will last you forever because it's powder, and this was only like 25 bucks. So I think it's a great deal, and I think with all the new brow products out there, it kind of gets overlooked because I've been using that for about a month and I'm obsessed. Okay, and the second product I picked up from Beauty Bay is the Too Faced Cocoa Powder Foundation. This is an antioxidant-rich matte rose petal finish. How fancy. So it is with their cocoa powder, same way as their cocoa bronzers or cocoa eyeshadow palette. Smells about the same, a little less chocolatey, but I haven't really put this to use very much, so if you'd like to see a foundation review on this after I use it a little bit more, I can totally do an Oily Skin Diaries video on it, because I haven't really put it to use much, but if you'd like me to, I would love to do an Oily Skin Diaries review on that for you. Then the last item I've got, I've tried to use this a bunch. Maybe I'm using it completely wrong, but I'm using it like I would use any other powder foundation. It is the Tarte, what do they call this? Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Airbrush Foundation. So this is the one that has that crazy, like, kind of trampoline inside in which the powder comes out of. I know it had a matching kabuki brush, but it should work without the kabuki brush. I found whenever I tried to put it on, it always ended up looking super patchy, and I haven't tried to use it again because every time I try and use it, it's a day where, like, I have something to do and I can't be going out looking like all like spotty faced. So I'm gonna have to put this to use a little bit more, and then I will do a further in-depth review on this one as well. So that is everything that I picked up. Let me know if you've tried any of this, especially this, and how you use it. So yeah, I think that's everything I have to say. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram or Twitter at SamanthaJaneYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!